When I exited the apartment building onto the main road, it felt as if I was seeing the world for the first time. Many buildings along the main stretch of the road were looted. Several fires were smoldering with no one to put them out, and objects hung precariously from the high-rises. As I followed this path, I heard my feet crunch on broken glass, and I became suddenly aware of how quiet it was. Every sound on the empty street was amplified by the cityscape. Even so, it didn't feel abandoned. From every side, I felt eyes watching me, wondering who I was and why I was outside. Every so often, I would turn my gaze quickly to try and catch a glimpse of the eyes I felt upon me. But I would only see the snapping of shades in a high window as my spectators hid themselves. I couldn't say I blamed them. I did not feel comfortable, but as long as there was light and no one was on the road, I felt relatively safe. I hadn't been walking long when I came across one of the very few non-military citizens brave enough to set foot outside. He was an average-looking man in his mid-30s, but something was definitely off about him. The man stood precariously in the middle of the road, facing me and staring straight ahead. But he wasn't looking at me. I wasn't sure what exactly he was looking at, if he was looking at anything at all. There was a department store directly to his right, still playing its everyday music from speakers secured under a small overhang. The man swayed to the music like a tree. It was eerie, like a carnival that continued to run at night when no one was around. My mind started to race, and I realized that I hadn't moved since I saw him, like I was frozen. There was a car between us. It was closer to me, maybe 20 feet away, and positioned in such a way that I could simply duck down and he wouldn't be able to see me. I decided it was best to hide for a moment and crouched behind the vehicle. But as I was doing so, I swore I saw his head turn and his eyes look right at me. I waited for a moment, with my instinct screaming out at me, telling me to run. And then I heard it, like a low rumble, a laugh eerie and horrifying. All at once, I was not only certain that he was going to kill me, but that he was going to enjoy doing it. The eyes were still watching me from their perches in the apartments and businesses above. I could still hear the voice echoing around me like thunder. The disturbing laughter, it was emanating from the speakers at the department store.